Wowie. I've been sick. I was sick for 3 weeks. Thoth has not yet gotten sick. Yesterday, where is she? Yesterday I took this little one. She got a haircut. Someone actually came to the house and gave her a haircut. It's very sweet. Gave her a little cute teddy bear haircut. And we took her to the vet. I had to take her to the vet to get her snipped. And that happened all yesterday. It was a big day for me because I really hadn't been out of the house, and let alone by myself, in weeks. So it was hard. I had to leave her there for several hours, and I wasn't sure. I had to like sign a form that said that she could possibly die, and it's just traumatic for me because I love her so much. She's just such a little angel. Jakes, such a sweetie boy. Yeah, what you doing? What you doing? And she's very attached to me now. She's almost 7 months old now, and she's really my puppy. She's become my little, baby. So yesterday it was like the traffic was so fucking horrific. It was the traffic at this time of year, July and August, in Ubud is just nightmarish. It's just nauseating. It's just bumper to bumper. Even the motorbikes are just stalled. And car, like I can't even imagine being in a car right now. I'm really wanting to go down to this amazing fabric store, craft store place in Denpasar, but it's down past, it's down at the bottom of the island, past the airport, and the traffic is so bad I can't even imagine what it would be like going down there for an hour, in traffic. The trip is like an hour long, supposedly, but then it would probably be 3 hours just, in traffic. So, I really like that I shaved my head. I don't necessarily know why I did that. But I think probably I did it initially because I felt like I was going to die, and I kind of felt like I was going to die. So I was just like, well, I might as well do something I've always wanted to do. Because when I was sick, I was basically choking on my phlegm for 2 weeks solid. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't do anything but just choke on this phlegm. And that phlegm. But it's finally coming out without me having to hack and cough and choke on it. I'm pretty sure it was COVID that I had. The entire time, this is the first morning I've gotten up at a decent time. Like I got up at 6:30 with Bunny, and he was working out. He's out doing his walkabout. I'm not able to join him because I go do my own thing. And I was actually able to go out and do my little walk-run thing that I do in the mornings, which was really serene and beautiful. And I find that my head is very clear. And before I got sick, I was really preoccupied with stuff that was bothering me. Oh, there he comes. He's coming. You hear Daddy? She knows Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming. Daddy is here. Look at Daddy. Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? He just came home. There he is. The master has returned from his gavanting. He's a good boy. Was that joyful? Was it fun?
That was helpful.
Good boy.
How was yours?
Very lovely.
Trembling. Why trembling?
Trembling with excitement.
Why trembling?
Wanting to see Daddy.
Why trembling?
A joyous tremble.
Salty body. Yum.
Salty
Tasty.
body.
Tasty.
Yum, tasty body.
Tasty.
Yummy.
Yum. Look at
Yummy.
this. Yum.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So delicious.
Salty.
What happened?
They were getting some snacks probably for while they work, and
The workers?
And they were just, whiling away. And then I came up, and they all just started dancing on the steps with me.
Oh, God. So cute.
The shop owner who we always say hello to, she was laughing up a storm because she was like,
That's cute. I'm just making a little video about how our relationship is the most successful thing about us.
"Is?"
Well, it's one of the many, but one of the things that I'm very proud of.
I guess we could teach classes in that. Grab the rubber band in seconds.
Yes.
Not even a chance to even be prepared for her journey. Then I just have to be really careful.
You have to be very careful with this one. Oh, man. Okay, so the other day my sister was at a family reunion, which I always hated going to as a kid. Hated going to. But I find it funny that my family still does them. Actually, the other day I was listening to The Wiz. You know The Wiz? Michael Jackson and who was it? Diana Ross. I love The Wiz. There's a part at the beginning it's a song called "Don't Lose the Feeling That We Had," and they're basically having like a Thanksgiving reunion in the Bronx or Brooklyn or something. The whole family's there together. But the other day when I was sick, I was lying in bed listening to this album, trying to like cheer myself up, and the whole thing was making me sob. And this particular song is like, it's about family bonds, and at the end, like the whole family is singing, and there's this like gospel choir kind of sound, and it's supposed to be the whole family singing together in this joyous way. And the whole thing is like, Diana Ross's character, Dorothy, doesn't really feel that connection with her family. She feels isolated and lonely and separated, which is how I felt. And she has a little song afterwards that's like, feeling her thing of like feeling disconnected from her family and from everything and not really knowing who she is or what she wants to do. And I definitely felt isolated and separated from my family, so it just made me really cry because it was a musical representation of an experience I'd had when I was a kid, but also brought back really strong memories of those family reunions, which I hated, but they also had really good, like shiny memories from them, if that makes sense. Like, the fact that I was 10, 11 years old with all of my cousins and swimming in the pool and eating donuts and grilled cheese and having a bunch of rolls with butter and chicken and rice and, all this amazingly delicious southern food and cornbread and grandparents and aunts and uncles and all this family love. But I hated it because all of my cousins didn't really like me, and I didn't really like the whole family vibe ever. I hate Thoth's family too. They're very annoying. They're loud and obnoxious and just talk too much. So we both hate each other's families. But anyway, my sister was at a family reunion celebrating one of our aunt's 90th birthdays or something in southern Mississippi, in Brookhaven, Mississippi. And what are you doing, baby? What are you doing, princess? So she was at this reunion, and she called me up and told me the other day that our cousin Sam, who's this, he's basically on the spectrum. He's like a savant, kind of. Like when he was young, when he was a kid, he was able to supposedly learn like 5 different languages, and was singing opera arias when he was like 10, 15 years old, and he's like an idiot savant kind of. Definitely like heavily on the spectrum and bipolar and just basically like a crazy person. And he's always been like the crazy cousin, Sam Cotton. And he's just gotten older and kind of gotten more crazy because he's single and he really wants to be in a relationship and he's not going to be. And he's like stalked women and gone into mental asylums for that, and been on really heavy drugs and like attacked people. And so he's like a kind of a dangerous person. And he's our first cousin. He's my mother's sister's son. And I actually saw him when we when we went to when we were in Nashville, and we were there like maybe 2 years ago for my mother's funeral. The whole family actually came, the first cousins and sisters of my mother all came to, go to the funeral at my mom's church, and it was a pretty boring service and all of that. We didn't even get to speak for some reason. And his mom had already been cremated, and it had been like a year since she had died, so nobody really came. But this time at the family reunion that happened recently, and my cousin Sam was talking to my sister, and he just kind of casually said, or just randomly said, "Oh, Thoth and Lila are not really married. Like they're just like a musical partnership. They're not really married." And it reminded me of like all the situations in the past where my family or people that I've known would diminish my relationship with Thoth, because they were jealous or confused, or our age gap is very wide. Like we're 33 years apart in age. I'm 36 and he's now 70. So I understand it as a strange relationship that we have. But I get really offended when anybody like tries to diminish it or claim things that aren't true about us. Actually, in the past, my mother, when she was alive, would like spread rumors through the family that because Thoth and I don't have sex. That's one of the things about us, is that we've never had sex out of choice. I'm a virgin, and I don't want to have a baby, so I don't want to have sex, because I see that sex is just for having children. And Thoth doesn't want to have children either, so we don't have sex. And Thoth is very feminine. He wears dresses and stuff, and he's very feminine in the way that he kind of approaches life. He's very emotional. He cries easily, and he cleans and cooks. And, he's very feminine. But he's also very much a man. He's like, one of my friends, friend Forrest from San Diego, says he's more of a man than any man that I know, which is also true. He's like a very strong, masculine man. He just likes to wear dresses, and he cries a lot, and he's very creative. Him wearing dresses doesn't mean that he's like gay, or it doesn't really mean anything. He just likes wearing dresses. It doesn't matter. And I've always supported that in him. I've always loved that. And a long time ago, like 15 years ago, we had the longest dreadlocks I'd ever seen in my life. These beautiful, thin dreadlocks. And we did this ceremonial thing where we cut them off when we first went to Amsterdam in the end of 2009, in the bathroom, this big bathroom. We cut them off one by one. It was very intense. He's looking so pretty. Look at him. Does he stay in that outfit to dance? Or is that for his talk? Is that outfit for his talk today?
That's what he's wearing.
Yeah.
To the dance and talk.
I see. So, anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. But I got really offended that, of course, that my cousin would say that. It's just this thing of like 15 years later, family members are still like trying to deny my relationship with Bunny. And we're married. We've been married for 10 years. We just actually celebrated our 10th year wedding anniversary. Just had a beautiful like massage and a flower bath, and I shared it actually in a video from several weeks ago. May 17th was our anniversary, 10th year wedding anniversary. So if you want to see it, you can actually go back in the videos and watch it. So yeah, so and we have a marriage certificate. It's like the only reason that we are able to be out here living here without working is because Thoth has he's 70 and he's able to get the retirement visa, and I was able to get it through him, right? And there's no way that we could have gotten that without being married. I had to get our marriage license. My dad got it for me and sent it to me, and so it was very complicated and hard, and being married to him is the greatest joy of my life. It's amazing and hard and crazy, and yeah, it has lots of ups and downs and things, but it's so beautiful, and he takes such good care of me, and I take such good care of him, and he's really helped me be the person I am. Like, I've always been this crazy weird, like I've said, I've always been the crazy weird girl person being. I don't see myself as a woman at all. Just the same as he doesn't see himself as like a man. I don't see myself as a woman. Just because I have tits and a vagina doesn't mean that I feel like I'm a woman. I definitely feel like an agender fairy or something. I'd very much like to remove my breasts, and I have been thinking about that recently. And actually, probably the shaving of the head is more of a, I don't have any eyebrows and all of that, is more of a kind of moving closer to that kind of expression of gender neutralness. I also feel, I'm kind of, I think shaving my head was also kind of like a statement of like, I'm a freak, I'm a solitary freak person, and I'm not going to change, I'm not going to be, ever not be that way, and I'm just going to continue to be my freakish self and be alone in that, and have my partner, my husband, supporting me in that, and me supporting him. And we live a very strange life. I mean, we have moved to this beautiful country, Bali. We really don't go anywhere. We don't go anywhere. We don't go on trips. We don't go on vacation. We don't like go to the beach or go down to anywhere. We don't go anywhere. We work out. We eat healthy at home. We spend most of the day drawing and working on music and being creative and working on projects. Play with the puppy. Go out to a nice dinner. We live a simple life, and that's something I'm having to like really accept and embrace, and I'm really enjoying that. So what you go to? What you go? What you go? Yes, cozy with mommy, cozy. So, but that, like, my relationship with Bunny, I call him Bunny. He calls me Sweetie. But my relationship with Bunny is, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It's the most beautiful thing that's ever occurred to me in my life, and I'm so grateful to him for staying with me and helping me and being my wonderful husband. Because he didn't have to be. He didn't, he's very much an independent person, and so am I. We don't need each other. We're not in this space of like, oh, you can't live without you. Sometimes we get like that when like if I get really sick or if I get in a bad mental space, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna die without you. Well, here he goes. He's gonna start his talk soon. But we really support each other in being ourselves, and I think the thing that's so special about our relationship is that we are so unique. Like, he is such a unique being in his way of expressing himself and being, and I'm so unique in the way that I am and express myself. And we support each other in that. And the best part about our relationship is that we each support each other's originality and creativity. And we give each other space to be ourselves and to do our own thing while being together. Like, we're able to be with each other for, the entire day, just silently working on stuff. I'll be drawing and listening to music. He'll be writing music, working on a project, whatever. And, yes. And, we just have a lovely, simple life together. And when we do get to play music together, it's amazing. We haven't been playing music together much since I've been sick, and he's doing his own thing, going out in the morning and getting his singing and energy out, which really helps him and helps me, because then he's not all pent up with emotional angst or something. He's relaxed. And he's relaxed for most of the day, and we just spend time together and have a lovely day and eat food and talk and draw and be creative and have dinner and play with the puppy. And so it's a wonderful life, and it really feels like it's the thing that is the most successful about our life, because if one can say, I've said in the past that it seems like we failed at everything else, like we failed at actually finding success for our work, or finding fame and recognition for our music, or being able to actually make a living playing music or making art. That all can change, of course. But the one thing that has remained consistent has been our relationship has remained incredibly successful and strong, and it's actually gotten stronger and stronger as we've gotten older, which is interesting too. So I'm really proud of that, and I defend it with my life. I'm his biggest fan, and he's my biggest fan. So, and it's really special, and I'm really grateful for it.